up anytime.
People who are in the world.
Marco, absolutely.
Very nice to meet you.
Cheers, buddy.
I was here. Okay, I'm here with Kyle and Gray at the 2017 Maker Faire of the Tomorrow Show.
Yes.
Now, this is a mobile platform interview stand or what?
Yeah, this desk comes from a live late night talk show called The Tomorrow Show that we make. It's like, imagine Conan or Jimmy Fallon, but instead of interviewing actors and musicians, we interview scientists and engineers, and we build robots, blow stuff up. And so this year, instead of doing an episode of Maker Faire, we made a motorized desk.
Okay, so what about all your gadgets and accessories? They do any kind of neat stuff or what?
So we've got digital sampler on here with yes, oh, level 2, level 3, number 4, oh, and then any type of sound, Rick and Morty.
Bubble up and up dub, and that's the way the news goes.
So it's full of sound effects. It's an 8-channel digital sampler hooked up to a audio mixer here, speakers. We've got a robot here, but we've turned it off for the power consumption at the moment. And then the actual desk, the entire desk, is motorized. And we can do 4.5 miles per hour. Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Okay, so now I get the impression that when you interview people, you cover topics, and some of the items you discuss are things like people need a lot of education and knowledge of technology and all the other things, or all this stuff is going to go way over their head.
So one of the premise was, how do we communicate science and tech in a really fun way? One of the examples is we did an episode where Nolan Bushnell, the founder of Atari, was on the show, and he invented Pong. So I wanted to play Pong with Nolan, but took the opportunity to bring some neuroscience in it. So we actually strapped Nolan into a device where we put electrodes on his arm. When he flexed his arm, we listened to the motor cortex signals coming from his brain. We took those signals, replicated them, and injected them into my ulnar nerve. So when he moved his arm, it made my arm move. I sat there holding an Atari controller while Nolan moved his arm, making my arm move. So he used my body as a surrogate controller. It was great fun.
So I guess with all this, it's also, it gives people, oh, they can see the connection of technology and people and everything else. Okay.
Yep. Well, it's all about, I mean, when I think about 99% of the media, it showcases technology, but it's the technology that's already built. It's an iPhone in a Kardashian's hand. It's not one of the engineers who worked on the camera, or one of the engineers that, you know, created some of the industrial design components to it. So we're trying to make an entertainment source for science and tech.
Okay, so you must have met some pretty interesting people here.
At Maker Faire?
Okay.
Yeah, I think everyone here is incredible. You can have someone who's part of Megabot building a giant robot that's going to fight a Japanese robot, all the way through to a kid who's just learned how to solder. They're awesome. They're awesome, equally awesome. I think it's incredible.
So internet, but sometimes they see at the same time it's a lot of fun. But is it like very demanding? Just always have to be on the go and constantly interacting with people.
It's 2 days of exhaustion. We fell asleep at 9:30 last night and only woke up at 9:30 today. I haven't slept for 12 hours in maybe 12 years. It's exhausting, but that's the that's the fun of it. The fact that we get to like zoom around on this, yeah, it's incredible. And it's Kyle's first time here.
It is. It's the best way to get around.
Have you had fun?
I've had a great time.
Yeah? Nice.
Wonderful
you
host.
want to catch up on sleep?
Absolutely. Well, we have to drive back to Los Angeles, so
Yeah.
not until then.
I see. Okay. So, other than that, let's just say, getting this video interview, and let's say you watch it 50 years from now.
Yeah.
So what will you have to say for yourself then?
Oh, well, I'll be implanted this video will actually be broadcast directly into my brain. So first of all, I'd like to say hello to my frontal lobe, which is where probably I'm receiving the signal. One of the other things that I'm probably going to look back on is go, well done on being ridiculous. The entire premise of this desk is ridiculous. It's completely silly, but it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And in 50 years, we won't need sleep, too. So we'll be
So
like,
back,
Yeah, well, we've
so
gotten
do
rid
you
of it
think
by now,
that
actually.
50 years from now, the 20-somethings will look at this desk, but they won't understand Jimmy Fallon or any of these sayings?
No,
how would you
no.
explain it to them?
In the same way that like kids today, I wonder. Kids today probably don't know Johnny Carson, but they probably at least know the word Carson. I think the Tonight shows will always live on. There's something special about the 6-segment format of monologue, sketch, interview, musical guest. It's a great format. Just need guests that are focused on different areas outside of acting. I think it's a more diverse audience out there.
Okay, so here with Kyle and
Greg?
at the 2017 Maker Faire. And we'll have a good trip to LA.
Thank you.
Don't fall asleep at the wheel. Wait till you get to your destination.
Sage
We're
advice.
driving there right now. It's going to take us probably 4 days at
We
4
just
miles
put our
per hour.
helmets on and we're good to go.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.